Hello and welcome to Redvee TV, here on the eve of the new season, just a couple of days away now from welcoming the Castleford Tigers here for the opening game at the Totally Wicked Stadium. The excitement starts to build.
Yeah, definitely. Looking forward to it. Looking forward to kick off 7:45, is it, on Friday night?
Yeah, slightly earlier this season because obviously the TV games are going to kick off a little bit earlier. What are we expecting?
I'm not expecting an absolutely free-flowing game of rugby, to be honest. I think it'll be more akin to the first game of last season when we played Leeds and won 6-4, maybe a couple more points than that, but I don't think it's going to be free-flowing that everybody's going home thinking, wow, what a game of rugby.
To be honest, if we get away with 2 points against a strong Castleford side, I think that'll just be what we need. Obviously getting off to a quick start this season is very, very important.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we had a great start last year by beating Leeds. It was a bit of a turgid game, but it's just about getting points on the board, isn't it? And that's just what I hope for this time. Maybe a bit of a solid defence, lay a bit of a platform there, and hopefully get a couple of tries under the belt just to kind of put Castleford away.
I thought Ben Barber Friday night here in the friendly against Lee was very, very good. If he takes that form into the season, he can replicate that. Then for me, he looks very, very short odds to be man of steel.
Yeah, I think I read he was 6-1 to be man of steel. Yeah, you can't really see past him, can you? He's a class act. He's something above anything else in the league. You look back to the days of Jamie Lyon being over here, and he's bringing that buzz around the town, isn't he?
I think he's as close as a replica will ever get to Jamie Lyon in terms of a player with world-class skill. And I think maybe at the time we didn't quite probably appreciate Jamie Lyon for how good he was, because he was in a team full of world-class players, where arguably Ben Barber, aside from James Roby, is probably the only world-class players we've actually got. Yes, we've got a lot of very good players, but Ben Barber's a standout, and we should just enjoy him while he's here.
I'd say that's the same, not just for our team, but across the
Super
league.
Yeah.
I
can't think of many superstars at all.
Absolutely, there's not that many world-class players, not at all. You have a look at even the England team, and there's not that many world-class players. So yeah, I think Barber could, if he stays fit and keeps his form, could well be head and shoulders above everyone.
The starting half-back partnership for Friday night. I know last week in the friendly, Holbrook started with Lomax and Smith in the halves, and then in the second half played Richardson there. What do you think he'll go with on Friday night? I know it's a tough choice for him.
I actually thought he would go with Lomax and Smith, but I don't know if the dynamic play of Danny Richardson might give him the nod, actually.
I'm wondering, his comments after Friday night, I think Justin was basically saying some players have played themselves into the team, and I'm wondering whether Danny Richardson's one of them. And do you choose one of Matty Smith or Theo Farge to play off the bench and use them to spell James Roby potentially?
I probably would. I'd like to see Farge rather than Smith off the bench. I think Farge's defence is a lot better than Smith's. He tackles above his weight. He can do the scoop from dummy half because he, again, is a dynamic player. He's quite quick. Plus he can slot in at 6 or 7 if needed. But yeah, I'd like to see James spelled. I know he's been made captain and you're expecting 80-minute performances, but he's not getting any younger, so I'd imagine that spelling him would be good for the team.
I think it's pretty much nailed on that Johnny Lomax will play at 6. Wingers, I think Regan Grace will get the nod over Adam Swift. He started the game on Friday night. I thought Adam Swift came on and he did particularly well. I think he made a break right at the end of the game where he went 60-70 metres and was unlucky not to go on and score. But I get the feeling it's probably Regan's place to lose at this moment in time, would you say?
Yeah, I'd say so. I'm looking for the likes of Regan Grace and to name Morgan Knowles, sorry. I want to see them kick on, and I think having the pressure of Adam Swift performing well will help him do that. But yeah, I'd agree. I think Regan's got the shirt, and it is his to lose. I can't see him making a change there.
I think we're all looking forward to seeing James Bentley this season when he gets the nod. I think he'll rotate personally with John Wilkin quite a bit. But I think Morgan Knowles and Luke Thompson, this is a massive season for them. I think they're really going to be like breakout players. Not that they haven't been previously, but I think this will be the season that they come to prominence in Super League and they become the standout players that people notice.
Yeah, absolutely. really like both of them as rugby players. They're really good players. I think Morgan Knowles does need to push on. I think Luke Thompson's playing with a bit more freedom as well since Justin Holbrook took over here. But yeah, if them two go well, then it's good for our pack, because last year I'm not sure our pack, especially at the start of the season, was one of the strongest and toughest, I'd probably say, that we've seen down here.
Predictions for Friday night then? Score?
18-10 to Saints. I don't think it'll be a high score. I think we'll get more points than we did in the opening game last year, but I just think it'll be a close one, but I think we will nick it.
I'm going to go for 16-12. I think it'll be a tight one, but I think a little bit of Ben Barb magic might scrape us home at the end. Moving on, if we talk across Super League, predictions for the season, probably about the right time. What are you expecting? Top four?
I'm expecting Warrington, Leeds and Hull to be in the mix for the top four. I don't think you can ever write Wigan off. Pretty much I'm going to do now and get absolutely slated in about 8 months' time when I've got it completely wrong.
These will be the ones that you get picked up on Twitter on them little clips with all your all sorts.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I think. Oh, sorry, Castleford as well. I actually think Castleford will sneak into the four, especially after 23 rounds. Whether they'll still be there after 27.
I think Castleford's home form will do them well, as it has done previously. For me, I think Warrington are going to struggle. I think outside of their starting 13, the best 17, I don't think they've got much depth at all. I would expect, for me, top two, I'm going to go with Saints this year. I have confidence. Saints and Cass in the top two in any order. So we'll both have home semi-finals. The other two in the top four, Hull and Wigan. But I expect Catalans to have a much better season. I think Catalans and Leeds will round up the top six.
Catalan have made some decent signings on paper. It's just how they bed in, and if McNamara can get them playing. Going back to
the McNamara effect, it could be a doubt. But I think they've made some decent signings.
Going back to Warrington, I think that Steve Price is known as a bit of a defensive coach, so it's whether they'll concede many points and if they can just nick a couple of games. I think it all depends on how Tyrone Roberts and Ben Murdoch-Masilla fit into that team. I've actually had a couple of quid on Ben Murdoch-Masilla to be Man of Steel, 66 to 1. Thought that was good odds, because if he does as well as he did at Salford, he could be there or thereabouts.
Bottom of the table then, who's going to be the wooden spooners this year?
Occasionally on YouTube we get in the comments somebody saying that we're obsessed with Widnes.
Yeah, because they're awful.
Yeah, that's Widnes. Widnes and Salford.
I honestly don't know how Widnes have survived in this league for so long. They seem content with just staying in the league year on year, and eventually they're going to get found out.
I know how they stay in the league. The eye pitch. The eye pitch
is an advantage.
Gets some results.
I think the bottom two is a shootout between Salford and Widnes this year.
Yeah. I think Hull KR will get enough points on the board with the experience of
and nobody likes Hull. Let's be honest. If you're going to write one of the games that Saints could potentially drop points this season, Hull KR away is always one you'd probably circle on your calendar.
Yeah, the trip to Belgium is always a tough one, isn't it? So there and Huddersfield, we always seem to drop 2 points at Huddersfield as well.
So Man of Steel.
Well, as I say, I've had a couple of quid on Murdoch-Masilla at 66 to 1. That's mainly an outside, and as I say, it's only a couple
We'd
of
all
quid.
prefer Ben Barber.
Yeah, Ben Barber or James Roby, if we're looking at a Saints player. Failing that, if you're looking to other teams, maybe Richie Myler's due a big season at Leeds. If him and Joel Moon, the only thing that I've got to worry with Leeds is their kicking game. But I say I worry, I'm not bothered if they can't kick, it doesn't matter to us. But have they got a kicking game between them? The great support players.
Talking to Leeds, I think they will struggle this season on a Headingley that's in the middle of being rebuilt. The lack of atmosphere from the south stand, and
but potentially, I've gone Leeds in the top four. I think they've just got the know-how. They've still got enough players in that squad. They've got enough to be champions.
Will it be a case of we'll see Leeds get tonked 50 or 60 points at the start of the season? Everybody will want McDermott sacked again, and then they'll just end up popping up right at the end like they usually do.
Yeah, well, no, I don't think so. To be honest, I don't think so. I think, as I say, I think Leeds will be there or thereabouts. Couple of usual suspects up towards the top of the league. I'm not entirely sure if there's going to be any surprises, like some people found with Castleford last year being a bit of a surprise.
I actually tipped Castleford to finish top of the table last season, before the season started. But what can I say? Top tipster.
Yeah, well, yeah, and well done on winning top tipster. Sponsored by Betfred between all the journals, was it?
It was.
And £500 to the St Helens Food Bank.
It was. We put the video online if you want to have a quick watch of that and see what the St Helens Food Bank use your money on. We will round this off. Wembley. Do we fancy a trip to Wembley this season? And the answer is obviously yes, but will we actually get there for a change? Or will we get another awful draw?
I've said Hull to win the Challenge Cup. Hull and Wigan in the final is my tip. I'd like to see us have a good cup run, obviously, because it's been ages since we've been anywhere near. When you say a bad draw, I think it was a bad performance against Castleford when we played a
53-10.
Yeah.
I think it finished.
It's not a bad draw, it's about having the attitude to go out there.
Yeah.
And if we play Wigan away, if we play Hunslet away, it shouldn't matter. You should be in the mindset that you want to stay out at Wembley, and this is the first step.
So this season, some more free-flowing rugby coming back to the Totally Wicked Stadium, and hopefully the fans will flock back to the terraces and watch a world-class player in Ben Barber, James Roby captain on the side. The club have done what the fans have asked, and it's now the time that the fans get back in and back the players.
Yeah, I like the fact that Justin Holbrook and some of the players have been out and engaged with fans and gone to schools and done a lot of community work.
I liked the Justin Holbrook announcements of the James Roby captaincy.
Yeah.
And he addressed the fans on Twitter. It wasn't just done to the media, it wasn't done behind closed doors. He sent a direct message to the fans, and if that's not a rallying call to come down and get behind the players, I don't know what is.
Well, I think they get it now, and whether that's Justin Holbrook or the team up here at the Totally Wicked, I think they kind of get that interacting with fans and making you feel like you are part of the club again will get people coming back, will get people on the terraces, and I do like what they've done. Yeah, there was a bit of a blip with keeping the pitch fresh for Friday's game, but you can't really blame them for wanting to do that. Get down to Ruskin. The people who went down to Ruskin were treated to a good game of rugby, so I believe, or a good hit out for Saints. Listen, you've got to do what you've got to do. It's a business at the end of the day, as much as we'd love it to be.
To be fair, I will end that by saying it did shock me that the 25,000 who couldn't be here for the Sheffield Eagles game because it got moved to Ruskin didn't attend on Friday night against Leigh. Only just over 3,000 here.
Oh, right.
So, but yeah, the real stuff starts now. Listen, I'm not going to bag anybody for missing a pre-season friendly. I don't particularly like them myself.
I've not been to one.
I think we said that the other week. But the important stuff starts now, and it's time we get behind the lads for them 2 points on Friday night.
Absolutely.
Right, thanks for watching. We'll be back here under the Kieran Cunningham statue on Friday night after the game to gather some of your instant fan reaction if you would like to join us, and we hope you do. Otherwise, you have to watch two fat lads with a tripod and an iPhone filming it. We don't claim to be professionals, we're just two fans here for your enjoyment. So we're sorry that we lack the professional touch at times.
Send your complaints directly to the club.
Yeah. Cheers. See you Friday on Redvee TV.